A random thought crosses my mind and it weighs heavy on my heart. It's not about rent or bills. It's about my wedding day, March 9th, 2024. As I prepared for that momentous occasion, I found myself tangled in thoughts about my hair, the back of it specifically, and the realization that I felt unprepared, scattered. A wave of emotions washed over me, and I had to pause, fighting back tears of loneliness. I was getting dressed alone, surrounded by people who were there to fulfill a job, not to support me. They were my wife's people, and in that moment I felt abandoned, as if I had no one there for me. This brought back memories from my childhood, of yearning for support during moments that mattered. I remember my 15th birthday vividly. I threw a party at a club, inviting classmates, passing out invitations, hoping for a celebration filled with laughter and friendship. But only one person showed up, a girl I hardly knew. I felt a deep, crushing disappointment. It was a stark reminder that genuine support was often absent in my life. I've come to realize that many people only show up when they expect something in return. I've learned to show up for myself, for my children, and for my wife because there are times when I struggle to feel motivated. I think the root of my hesitance lies in the absence of genuine support I've always longed for. I've felt like I've been moving through this world alone. When I've reached out for help, I've often been greeted with lectures or criticism, leaving me to wonder if anyone would simply be there for me without conditions. One moment that pierced my heart was when I asked my sister to come to my wedding. She said no because our father wouldn't be there. In a moment of full transparency, I didn't invite him because he doesn't accept my life choices. He doesn't know I'm married, and while I haven't vocalized my relationship with my wife to him, the fear of rejection and abandonment looms heavily. My sister's response felt like another wound. I felt like it was as if she couldn't support me because she didn't agree with my choices. I find myself yearning for someone in my corner, yet I feel like the only person I truly have is my wife. Even with my children, I don't feel that unwavering support. I question what I've done to cause this distance, this sense of exile from my own family. One of my sons hasn't been in my life for over 2 years. I don't even know if he's okay. My daughter is inconsistent depending on her mood, and my youngest, a teenager now, is wrapped up in her own emotional whirlwind. I pour my heart into listening and being there for everyone else, yet I feel that support is rarely reciprocated. The desire for love and acceptance from my family weighs heavily on me. I want my children to love me, to know that I am proud of them, and for my father to see me as more than a disappointment. The loneliness is suffocating. It feels like I've always had to navigate life on my own, and that knowledge cuts deep. So where do I go from here? How do I process this sense of isolation? How do I move forward when it feels like the only hand I can hold is my wife's? I want to break free from this cycle of loneliness and find a way to build connections, to feel supported and loved. But the path seems unclear and the weight of it all is overwhelming. Where do I go from here?